What's up, guys? It's Jake. I'm a beginner trader, and I just got home from working my 9 to 5. And today I made about $200 on my 50K funded account through Trafeify. I am currently working towards a payout. First, I need to get to the buffer zone of about two grand, I think. So today was a pretty small day. I was very cautious. There wasn't too many opportunities in the market, and I've just been trading with like pretty small size and making sure that I don't take any big losers because I just haven't seen the opportunity to really risk that much. So let's jump into the charts real fast, and we'll just go over what I did good today and basically the opportunities that I missed on. So this morning we had some core CPI news, PCE, dropping at 7 o'clock. And so I was trying to be patient until 7 to take a trade because I didn't really know how the charts were going to react. A lot of the people that I follow, they wait till the news drops to enter into a trade. And so I was just following those rules today, which isn't a bad thing. I don't regret it too much, but at 6:40, which is usually my optimal time to enter a trade, we had a beautiful trade setup. Pre-market, we dumped down, tapped into this 30-minute fair value gap. That was the only kind of like support that's showing down low. Bounced right off of it, V-shaped recovery, and we had this 5-minute gap, fair value gap that presented itself. And on top of that, we were also breaking right through these gaps, which is basically just pretty strong BPR. And that was right at 6:30. So right at 6:30, you're breaking through the gap. I'm not looking to take a trade until about 6:40. What do you think happens at 6:40, 6:45? We tap straight directly back into that fair value gap, retest it as support. There's your perfect entry. And we push on higher to take out some higher draws and liquidity up here at this top zone. So that was a bummer. I missed out on that. At 7 o'clock, news dropped. Looks like it pushed the market up a little bit more. Not a crazy move, though. And then up here, we're just kind of consolidating in chop. I wasn't too eager to find a trade or to look for a trade, but I was just kind of reading what the market was giving me. We ended up forming a SMT at these highs. SMTs at the highs indicating that ES was making higher highs while NASDAQ was making lower highs. Kind of just a nice confluence that price is going to reverse and is already reversing on one of the indexes. So we started getting that SMT to form. I was looking for any obvious signs for an entry. Got this 1-minute fair value gap right here on this leg up, which was a beautiful little confluence there. And on this trade, I really didn't even want to like target too deep. It was meant to just be like a really short scalp move. We had these 5-minute lows right here. That was basically TP. And I got a really good fill on this. This is me being really cautious and a picky trader. So we got the fair value gap break. The only way I'm taking that trade is if we retest that gap and I get an optimal fill with a really tight stop loss. This trade was a 3.26 R value, which is really good. And so I entered right on that fair value gap retest, respected it to the T, put my stop losses up here, ran down. I think I took 2 contracts down here at the end of this zone, and then I moved that last contract to break even. I ended up moving it into profit, and I got stopped out on this little retrace back. Price actually did dump really well after that, so I should have left that contract in and just moved my stop loss to break even, but I didn't. So I think I only profited maybe around like $100 off that move, $120 off that move, which is good. But that was really that first trade opportunity on that 5-minute fair value gap was the trade to be in for the day. Really bummed that I missed that one. After that, I was kind of just out of the market. I wasn't even really looking for a trade. This kind of just ended up presenting itself. Again, we got SMT on SMT on the S&P 500 versus NASDAQ, where we took out these 5-minute lows right here, and NASDAQ did not take out those 5-minute lows. And so, again, we were in this box of support on this 5-minute zone. I wasn't necessarily banking for a big move. And again, I had this, I think this was a 3-minute fair value gap box. Yeah, so we had this clean 3-minute fair value gap. If we inverse that, I was willing to look for an entry. And with the clean retest, we ended up inversing it. Clean retest and a candle closure way above it. On this candle, I only risked about $100, which was less than what I made for the day. So regardless, it was going to be a break-even day. And I just targeted these London highs right here for 2 contracts. And then on the third contract, I just moved it to break even. I got stopped out right here. So that was like another $100 or so, bringing my P&L to $200 for the day. So just 2 cheeky little plays, nothing too impressive. I don't really love that I was trading around 940. That's not super optimal, but we had volatility and the setup was pretty A+. The SMTs really helped because I was able to target these highs and not really ask for too much more. Overall, pretty good trading day. Good last 2 days on that, on this prop firm account. So hopefully next week we'll have a really good week and we'll get some bigger numbers. As of right now, this P&L isn't too great because that's basically 1 losing day. So yeah, I'm happy that I have a funded account and I want to start just stacking up these stats for December and the next months to come. I'm not going to worry too much about a payout. I'm not going to worry too much about the P&Ls that I'm making. I just want to get really clean plays and be patient and have a good trade win percentage as long as the R factor. So that's about it for this week. We'll see you guys later. I'm out.